Absolute madness, flying the UFO spec quad, and boom, he hit that. It's his first lap. Oh, he almost hit the forklift. Lining up wide and punch. He's gonna point it, and there we go. Punched. Gotta risk it for the biscuit, and oh, that was so tight. One hell of a run. Right end of the third lap. He's just got to finish, and oh God, no, he's hit it. He's clipped it. What a recovery to get back into the line. The quad is pulling up.
I somehow made it to the end. Don't ask me how, but I controlled it.
Now that's some real flowy flow. Look at that. Tight and neat and consistent.
I know my skills. I know who I am and how fast I can go. I don't really feel like I have anything to prove.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. The champ's got nothing left to prove, but if you've got something to prove, then the place to do it is the Liftoff Pro League. That's right, the Dquad Fixation Tournament is live right now. Hi, this is your boy Abdul bringing you a review of Chapter 2 of the Dquad Fixation Tournament in your favorite simulator, my favorite simulator, Liftoff. That's right. All you gotta do is log into your Liftoff, find this little icon for the Liftoff Pro League right there, and boom, log on in, take part in Chapter 3, which is live right now. It is Chapter 3 of 12 that is live. It is a year-long series of tournaments at the end of which the best pilot will get to win a year-long real-world sponsorship from Dquad themselves. Additionally, pilots every month will win Dquad fixation and frame accessories, along with a chance to win a Liftoff Champions Badge 2023, and you want that shiny bling. Here is how Chapter 2 finished up with G-Man on the top 333 pilots competing. Your boy Abdul placing right there at number 43, and each and every one of these pilots above and below became better pilots, had a great time this month, and will, I know I will, continue to take part in the upcoming chapters. Let's take a quick look at what the track looked like. Then we're going to jump over to some interviews with a couple of the top racers. And if you want to be one of the racers featured in these chapter overviews, then just reach out through the Liftoff Discord, find your boy Abdul, and let us know. We will make sure to include you in the Chapter 3 overview so you can get tips, tricks, and super optimizations from some of the top pilots around the world. Right now we're on board with L3D Foo, who's flying the slipper quad. It feels like this is one of the default quads in the game, which is slow as a slipper, and my god, even with that, he's got a really spicy time that's certainly faster than your boy's Abdul's at 1 minute 36 seconds for the track. You can see him going through the track is not technical. You'll see later in G-Man's interview as he states it very succinctly. It's not a technical track, it's a highly punishing track, because you've got stuff like this tiny split-S dive underneath the truck, as well as this gate right under the screen, which is also very tight, and then finally into the only non-punishing part of the track, which is the final 360. Here we go, starting out into a right turn through a tight gazebo, and then if that wasn't tight enough, boom, through under the bleachers into a chicane with rising altitude into one of the craziest parts of the track, the canvas event tent. Have to get it absolutely right there, manage the altitude change going into the truck, and get that split S absolutely perfectly, going into another split S with another turning and tight entry. Now finally into the final half of the track, where he's gonna just go around the bend and to the finish. He does this wonderful jaw spin at the end. Reminds me of Red X FPV. We missed you in this one, Red X. Here we're on board with Febby K, Madman, flying the UFO spec quad, and boom, right in the beginning, he smacks in and almost smacks into that forklift, and again he's still managing to somehow hold it together and getting it finally back into the flow around the end of lap number 1. But he also got a fantastic time of 56 seconds. Imagine where he would have gotten if he didn't have that error. We can't see this in the recording right now, but his quad is going absolutely crazy, fighting against him, fighting against the throttle, and fighting against the sticks. Absolutely fantastic job, Febby K. And certainly he became a better pilot. If he's going to be part of Chapter 3, he's going to be even better, because if he's able to take this punishing track, put it all together with a quad that is shaking and bucking like wild on him, then hey, I think he'll be able to manage a more punishing track like Chapter 3. Now we're on board with TV FPV, and here we see him going right along with the pack. Just absolutely beautiful drone trails going on through. Remember that you can also enable these drone trails as part of your practice runs, so you can actually practice with where the people above and below you in the leaderboard are. That's something that can be a great training aid for you to make it more fun, more engaging, and more measurable in how you're making progress against some of the top pilots in the game. And hey, in case you don't have the game, in case you don't have Liftoff, then hey, keep watching. There's going to be a riddle that I'm going to share with you guys in just a little bit, and if you manage to solve out that riddle, find the answer which is hidden somewhere in this video, go to the Liftoff Discord and DM your boy Abdul what the answer is. First person to answer gets a free code to Liftoff so that you can take part in Chapter 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and if you're good enough, even Chapter 12. So let's go find out from Rivu how he felt about his performance. We're going to check in with Past Abdul. Hey, Past Abdul, handing on over to you, buddy. Take it away. Thank you, Future Abdul. We are here with the fantastic Rivu, who's gotten an absolutely epic Chapter 2 performance in the book, going up 2 positions from his Chapter 1. How are you doing, Rivu?
Hi, Abdul. Thanks for having me. I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm having an absolutely fantastic day. How are you enjoying the joys of 6S?
6S is fast, I tell you. You need to have some skill to be flying that in tight courses.
So in Chapter 1, you were actually flying a slower quad, which was a 4S build, and this time it's a faster build. What would be your preference? A faster quad that requires more skill, as you said, or a slower quad which you can just get so tight?
I'm actually having a bit of fun with the 6S. It gives me a bit more challenges that I don't come across with the 4S, and it also allows me to get out of certain situations that I otherwise couldn't with the 4S. I'm having great fun with it. I slowly started out to bring the speed up and up, so I built a quad that was on a 6S, but it wasn't extremely fast. Now I'm trying to look for the fastest quad to get the best time, trying to cut down them seconds bit by bit.
Right at the end, you had an incident where the corner wasn't quite as clean as it ought to have been. What happened, Rivu, and what was going through your head at the end of that run?
The corner, I don't even know. It was difficult to get it to the end. It was hard to get that to the end, honestly. I was just on the throttle lightly, giving it, punching, trying not to let it spin out, and I somehow made it to the end. Don't ask me how, but I controlled it. So that's all that matters.
What is your forecast for Chapter number 3? Are you going up another 2 positions, or are you going to go up all the way?
I'm planning on getting a faster time. I haven't got the practice that I want to get at the moment. I've been a bit busy, but I'm sure I'll knuckle down at it at some stage and maybe dwindle down the time. I'm aiming for about 5th or 4th place. I don't think I'll get higher than that. There are some really great times up there at the moment. But if I get 5th or 4th, I'll be really happy and I'll be fine with that. Also, I was trying to adjust to my new AG01s, which I wasn't flying before, so I had to adjust the tension, and obviously that felt weird flying, and that kind of messed up a little bit of my muscle memory and stuff like that, so I had to readjust myself and get used to it. So I'm slowly getting back into the speed, getting back into the muscle memory, and being able to cut them corners tighter and tighter and faster.
That is the best way to get faster, is to do it slowly. All the best for Chapter 3, Rivu. Absolutely fantastic performance. Congratulations again. The people on top are turning around and watching, so we're all rooting for you to get on up there and get us a podium finish. All the best for Chapter 3, Rivu. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
And back to you, Future Abdul, in the Song of Pitch and Throttle studio. Take us away. Thank you, Past Abdul and Revu, for taking out the time to talk to us. Remember, you can also be one of the pilots featured in these chapter overviews. All you gotta do is get onto Discord, the Liftoff Discord, and drop your boy Abdul a DM. Let us know that you're interested, and we will feature you in Chapter 3. If you don't have Liftoff, that's not a problem. Here's a little riddle that could very well win you a free copy. Here goes. I'm a secret tucked away in a video I stay. On a mug that makes morning bright in pink, I'm out of sight. What am I? You must guess in this digital treasure chest. Seek me well and you shall find the answer, one of a kind. If you can find the answer to that riddle hidden somewhere in this video, behind what you've watched up to right now or ahead of this point in time right now, you drop your boy Abdul a message on that Discord. You can find me through the Liftoff Discord and you'll get a free code. First person to find it will get a free code to Liftoff. For now, let's jump into another super fun interview with your race leader. On this side, Mr. G-Man himself. We've got him in the studio. Past Abdul took some time out to sit and talk with him. Let's go to them. Past Abdul, G-Man, over to you guys. Thank you, future Abdul. I am here with the winner of Chapter 2, the one, the only G-Man himself. Congratulations on another chapter win, G-Man. How does it feel?
Yeah, I mean, it feels great. It was a tough track, so getting it done felt good. This was an interesting track where I had developed the racing line to be tight and fast, and I had basically... I was feeling the pressure, but I knew that if I flew my line, it was unlikely that unless they adjusted their lines, they weren't going to catch up. The problem was my line to do it really fast was starting to be, it's all difficult, but the competition was mainly taking safer approaches where they'd go wider, line it up and shoot through. And, they were full throttle more, but they were taking longer distance to get there. So it in the end, it came really close because my attempts weren't as fast as my best practice runs, just because it's hard to send it so tight through that tent. It's like blind as you just whipping through trying to keep that line tight. Like if you watch my best run that I posted as a practice run, you can see I'm just like, it's kind of nuts. And I definitely feel the heat from Finzi, especially right now. You can tell I set my time and it wasn't as fast as my personal best. And so I knew I had left something on the table. And each day I would see Finzi improve his time and get closer and closer and closer. And so it was definitely noticeable. Yeah, the next track is going to be, it's going to be wild. Like it's funny because in the replays, the system must kind of interpolate out some of the shaking. Because when I'm on that second lap, my drone's bucking and getting crazy. Like, it's must be nuts. So it's, part of me doesn't like the fact that that's the way the track is, but part of me is kind of like, well, this is different, and if we had less than 8 attempts, and we only had 2 attempts or something, I would hate it. I would probably just be like, I'm not even going to do it, but that's not true. I would have done it, but
But do you have a Chapter 3 strategy? Or we're 7 days into the chapter right now. Do you have a Chapter 3 strategy already developed? Are you going to stay away? Are you going to do a repair run? Are you going to keep it a secret till the end?
I saw the repair run and I saw somebody do it. I think it was like Light Brown Rice. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, I hadn't really thought about it. I'd seen those things there, and it's tempting. It's not too far off the racing line, and between the battery. So I'm thinking about, is there a drone that can survive the damage better and fly smoother? I've been thinking about experimenting. I haven't had the time. I've been pretty busy, but I've been thinking about experimenting with if there's a sweet spot between how much damage I'm taking and how fast I'm going, or can I use a faster drone and then take a recharge? Yeah, it's tricky. Honestly, the volcano move too is really awkward too, because there's like a sky trigger that it's hard to tell when you're hitting it. So I think I've got room to optimize. I've in the real track or just single lap, I've gotten sub 16 or something, or 16s. And so I'm pretty sure I can take a couple seconds off my run if I just keep it together. I got 8 attempts stored up today, so maybe later today you'll see me pop up as number 1 again.
Oh, we'll keep an eye on that Liftoff Discord with the Pro League announcer, and we'll watch out for you there. Congratulations again on your Chapter 2 win. Mighty G-Man, we, along with everybody else, will be watching at you and clawing our way, trying to get that number 1 spot. All the best for Chapter 3. We'll see. Thank you so much for taking time out of your morning to talk to us with your coffee.
Thank you. Yeah, fly, you fools.
You heard it right here from the champ himself. Fly, you fools. Back to future Abdul and the Song of Pitch and Throttle Studios. Take it away, buddy. Thank you, past Abdul, and thank you, G-Man, and all the 332 other pilots that took part in the Dquad Fixation Chapter 2 tournament, because it's you guys, the community, that makes Liftoff my favorite simulator, your favorite simulator to be a part of, one of the most loving FPV communities there is out there on the internet. It's a community that you should be a part of if you aren't already. Play the game, find the answer to the riddle, get yourself a free code, otherwise just pick it up on Steam. It's pretty cheap and usually there's a sale on. Get on in, connect with us in Discord, and take part in Chapter 3, because there's lots more frames to be won. There's a year-long Dquad sponsorship still to be battled over. Get on board the competition, get on board the fun, get on board the FPV life with Liftoff. This has been your boy Abdul, bringing you an overview of Chapter 2 of 12 of the Dquad Fixation Tournament. I'm going to see you guys next month for the results of Chapter 3, and who knows, you could be the pilot that we see at number 1. Have yourselves an absolutely fantastic month. Remember to smile, remember to be happy, and remember to fly FPV every day. This is Abdul signing out. This content was sponsored by the most hard-working and community-loving FPV simulator devs there are anywhere in the world. Lugo Studios, makers of Liftoff. Get onto their Discord, show them some love. I'll see you guys in the next one. Because we just pushed the space bar on like the wrong screen. Too many windows. Oh god. Yeah. Ow, that hurt my little ears. Ugh. Gonna go wide. Here is what some real. I think that's okay. Let's go with that. We are on board with Febike, who Madman is. Should not be the first one that I'm starting with. Yeah, okay. We're gonna do that again. I hope that worked. The time looked good. Take 2. Ow. Smacked my hand.